I would say yes, that is the aim. But to actually, the first thing you have to do is really understand what it actually entails to be awakened. You really have to understand the Dhamma fully before you can make that sort of commitment. You can't really make that commitment until you understand what you're talking about. So I would say, from a Buddhist point of view, yes, it is. That should be our aim. But you have to understand the problem first of all. Why do you want to become awakened in the first place? And once you understand that problem, then the motivation will come by itself to move in that direction. So really the way, if you think that is a wise thing to become awakened, to become peaceful and all these things, start reading some of the suttas of the Buddha, start to see what he actually said, start to understand the philosophy behind all of this, why it is so important, why it works, why it is necessary, why there is a problem that needs to be solved. And then the motivation will come. It's not enough just to think, yeah, I want to be awakened. You have to actually build up the motivation inside of you. And that motivation can only come from understanding why you have to do it. And that understanding is something which builds up gradually, because you have to have faith. Imagine when you read the suttas and the Buddha says there is such a thing as rebirth, you think, wait a minute, I don't see any evidence of rebirth. I can't remember my past lives. And yet the Buddha says there is such a thing as rebirth. And the idea of rebirth is not only did he say there is such a thing, but it's central to the whole philosophy of Buddhism. Take it out, you don't have Buddhism anymore. It's extremely important. So because of that, you have to gradually build these things up to be able to accept maybe things which are not as easy for you to accept initially. And if you can't accept them, you may have to go an entirely different way, go your own way, so to speak. So you have to build these things up stage by stage. And then maybe you can get this feeling inside of you that, yes, I want to go towards awakening, because that is the only sensible thing to do with my life.